and welcome to this tutorial on TwinBLAST. My name is James, and today I will show you how to do the standard installation of the beta version of TwinBLAST. TwinBLAST was developed to allow for easy visual inspection of two NCBI BLAST reports simultaneously.
The TwinBLAST interface contains two independently scrollable BLAST reports. Graphical displays for the hits are found at the top of each report, and these graphics can be clicked to jump down to the detailed alignment information. Reference sequence names link out to the NCBI entry for that sequence. The reports contain all the information that is typically found in a basic BLAST output, including the score, the expect value, the percent identity, and the aligned bases.
Before we begin the installation, it is important to note that instructions in this video tutorial might differ slightly from the instructions in the tutorial document. TwinBLAST will continue to be developed after this video is published, and the tutorial document will reflect any updates. Be sure to follow the tutorial document rather than this video if the instructions diverge. The first step in the installation is to go to the TwinBLAST webpage and open up the tutorial document.
In order to get to the tutorial document, you can go to www.igs.umaryland.edu/labs/lgthgt. You can see the tools available on the right, and we're going to click TwinBLAST. And we'll be clicking the second link to go to the tutorial. This brings you to a Google Doc, which is actively updated to document any of the newest TwinBLAST features as we continue to work on the tool. For the purpose of this demo, we are going to do a walkthrough using a stable release of TwinBLAST by following the link to the GitHub page. Before starting your installation of TwinBLAST, you're going to need to download and install two things. First, you need to download what's called the VDI file, or our virtual machine for TwinBLAST, and you'll also need to download and install VirtualBox. On the VirtualBox page, please be sure to pick the OS that pertains to yours. Once you have VirtualBox, now you can launch and begin the installation process. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to click New at the top left here. You can name it. And you're going to want to choose Linux and then Ubuntu 64-bit. You can give it a memory size. This will be dependent on your system, but most systems will be able to handle 2048. And you want to say use an existing virtual hard disk, and you want to point it towards the TwinBLAST VDI that you just downloaded. Then you can click Create. And now you want to double click to power on your virtual machine. Once your virtual machine is powered on, you can open up a browser and go to the site localhost/twinblast.html. This will bring up the default page for TwinBLAST, but nothing will be loaded yet because we haven't told it where to find a BLAST file. For the example of this demo, we've already put something on the system just to show you what that file would look like. So we can enter srx135546_all_unique_filtered.out. This query list is optional. We can give this a list where on each line we have an ID that we want to look at, and in this case we'll say Mauritiana IDs.txt. And then we can tell it the suffixes. So these can be custom built, but for this example we're going to say 1, \1, and \2. And we can click Reload. On immediate inspection, it may seem like nothing has happened. However, if you expand out the query list panel, you'll see that we have some results. Now again, this BLAST file here has many more results than just this one page of results, but we've subset it using this Mauritiana's IDs.txt file. Now we can click any of these IDs and we can load the BLAST results. We also have a curation interface, and you can see we can track notes on the right side here. Let's say we do think that this is an LGT event. We can say yes, click Curate, and you'll see that this has been updated. Also notice how everything can be stretched, collapsed, or expanded using either the arrows or the bars that separate each panel. In order to view the contents of these files and to upload your own files, you can go to this directory, export LGT files, And it is here that you will place your own files. You don't need a Maritiana IDs.txt file or a list file to subset. You can just provide it a BLAST file, but you'll need to mirror the format that we have here. Where we see we have the first read, the \1, all of its results, followed by the second read from that same pair. While you can manually create TwinBLAST formatted data, we have also provided some scripts that can help you do it. If you go to github.com/igs/TwinBLAST, and you go to util, you go to merge blastdata.pro. This script can either take in two FASTA files, which you can merge together and then BLAST and use those BLAST results for TwinBLAST, or you can take two BLAST results and merge them together. Just remember that you must follow the format where the suffixes are paired. Either it's a slash and then a 1, a slash and then a 2, an underscore a 1, an underscore a 2. It can really be any characters, but they have to be consistent, where all of read pair 1 has the same suffix and all of read pair 2 has a different but also the same suffix within that group. You can see an example of how to run the command here. You call the script, and then you say data type is either query or results. Query for FASTA and results for BLAST files. You give it a left file, a right file, and then your output file. Once you have BLAST results, then you can put it into your VM at that same directory where we had the SRX file. Once you have your BLAST data, let's see how we can load it into TwinBLAST. Here I have a new file called newblast.out. I'm just going to inspect it to see the suffixes, and you can see that I've put /1 and /2 for each read pair. I'm going to move this file into the same directory where the SRX file is. And you can see this SRX file. This directory is where TwinBLAST will be looking for all the BLAST data and the lists if you're going to be subsetting. So now I can enter this new file name into the BLAST file, so newblast.out. I can give it the left ID suffix, the right ID suffix, and I can hit reload. And you can see we now have our BLAST data loaded, and we can pull it up in TwinBLAST. Now if you're loading a brand new data set, you may get a loading screen that tells you that it's building to indices. You can give it a few minutes and just close the browser and revisit once it's done building.
Thank you for watching. I hope you find that TwinBLAST becomes a useful tool in your research program. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive updates on TwinBLAST and any other software developed by the Dunning Hotopp Group.